We have Bryant Greene and Xavion Brown after our win against Central Penn today. We'll ask you to fire away with questions, but state your name and affiliation first, and then we'll go ahead.
David Rogers, High Country Sports. Bryant, it's been a long time coming. This is your most minutes in your years here?
Yes, I believe so. I got kind of tired there at the end, not going to lie.
Was that a lot of fun?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. You can't ask for anything better than that.
What did you put more? I mean, you put as much emphasis tonight on assists as you did on scoring, I believe. Is that? I think you had 7, but.
Yeah, I mean, I was just trying to find teammates the ball, just keep the ball moving, keep it hot in the zone. So I was just really trying to catch and find open teammates the whole night.
Zach Smith, High Country Sports. So, Brian, you make your first start, post a career-high 14 points. How are you feeling?
I feel great. First of all, I just want to thank Coach Kerns and the coaching staff for giving me that opportunity, and it's really just a testament to my teammates, getting to practice with them every day, and I just really enjoyed getting to do this tonight with them, and I'll always cherish this moment for as long as I live.
Xavion, you had a great night as well, obviously. A double-double, career-high, 16 rebounds. Talk me through your sort of point of view right now.
I just knew that, obviously, playing a team like that, you got to lock in on the little details. So, obviously, teams win the 50-50 battles usually if they play D1s or they, play harder than the other team. So I just made sure that I boxed out and made sure I rebounded so they didn't have the chance to stay in the game or get into the game.
Ethan Smith, the Appalachian. Xavion, how did it feel being out there with some guys that, usually don't get as many minutes, just seeing them be able to play?
First off, shout out to all the walk-ons on our team. They work hard as us every day, if not harder. So being able to play with them, obviously, I like it a lot. It's a feel-good moment because obviously, they don't get as much time as us or they don't, get to play as much as us. But being able to give them the ball and be able to watch them, succeed and score, it's a feel-good, thing. And I'm happy for all of them, especially this guy right here.
Yeah, I got a couple questions. First for Bryant, just talk about your start tonight. You're the first person since 2011 from the city of Boone to start for App State. Talk about what that means to you.
Yeah, it means a lot because obviously, growing up here, being an App fan my entire life, I bleed black and gold. So I've been App State for ever since I can remember. So I mean, this is surreal to be able to, play for the team that I grew up cheering for my whole life. So I mean, I really can't put into words how special that was tonight.
Yeah, and then Xavion, a couple impressive dunks there towards the end. Just talk about how fun it was to be out there and play basketball, especially after beating Auburn on Sunday.
Well, you just can't take any game for granted. You got to play every game like it's your last. So just being able to, have, thankfully, to God given abilities to be able to, jump and be in the air. Just got to take advantage of it and make sure that every day I play with the same intensity as if it was a championship game.
Any other questions?
Brian, in an interview a couple years ago, you used the word surreal a couple times, and your parents actually used the word surreal too. Yeah. Later in interviewing them, is there any part of tonight that was surreal for you?
Yeah, I mean the entire experience. Like I said before, I grew up coming to these games and watching them as a kid, and so it's just means the world that the Coach Kerns and the staff give me this opportunity to play, and I really enjoyed tonight, and I'll never forget it.
I know you've embraced the role of the scout team. You've said previously. What did it mean to you the other night after the Auburn game when I believe it was Miles Tate and Terrence Harcum that really credited the scout team for the starters' ability to handle the Auburn pressure defensively?
Yeah, I mean, I came back for one reason. I really want to win a championship with this team. So my goal every day is just to go as hard as I possibly can and stay consistent and with consistent attitude and effort to try to make these guys better and give them the best read that I can possibly give them. And I think I owe it to them and the team to do that every single day. So it definitely meant a lot that Auburn win, and I'm just glad that we were able to give them a good look in practice that week so they were ready for the game against Auburn.
Any other questions for Brian and Xavion? All right, thank you guys. We'll be back in soon with Coach Kerns.
Thank you. Love you too.
Coach Dustin Kerns on the microphone after our win today. We'll let him start with an opening statement, and then we'll move into questions.
Yeah, great night. We're allowed to play 2 non-Division I games a year. One of them we always try to strategically play right before exam period for a couple reasons. One, we want our guys to be here and in class. We don't want to be on the road and traveling so they can be in class. But 2, it's a long break, exams. Hopefully it goes the way it went tonight. Everybody gets to play. Everybody scores. Everybody has some big, exciting plays and sends everybody off into a really good, long exam week. So hopefully we can, finish well on the academic side there, which is very important. Really happy for Bryant Greene. Started him tonight. 5th-year senior means a lot to our program. Does a lot for our program, and just a great representative of App State University and our program. And so he's kind of a legend in the high country, in the Boone community. So I really was glad to start him, and he had 14 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds, and plus 57. He had the highest plus minus on the team at plus 57. So just really proud of him, and thought he deserved that moment.
All right, now we'll fire away with questions. Just ask you to say your name and affiliation, and go ahead.
David Rogers, High Country Sports. Well, speaking of Bryant Greene, I presume that you're aware of how many friends you made tonight with all the minutes he got a chance to play in the start. Yeah, you know what? I mean, he's he deserved that. And really felt like there was at least this was a great opportunity to allow him to run through the tunnel, be in the starting lineup, and play these kind of minutes. And Bryant's a good player. He's a really good athlete. I think if Bryant Greene, I don't think there's a sport he couldn't play. He's good at everything, and so he's a good player. He's a big part of what we do, and he's just playing behind a lot of really good players. But tonight, I wanted to give him a huge opportunity with minutes, and certainly did. Have the Harlem Globetrotters called you yet to recruit some of your guys? They put on a show tonight. Yeah, we've got some great athletes. We had 31 assists, which is outstanding. But I think that we've got a really good team, and that's what really good teams do is they go out and they play like they're capable of, and they play to the standard. And I thought that's what we did tonight.
Chance Chamberlain, the Appalachian. After emotional victory on Sunday, what does it mean for this team to stay focused and have a dominant but fun victory tonight? Yeah, I think it's a good question, and I think that part of what really good teams do is they're consistent and they're mature. And I think that this was a mature game. We went out and we didn't get out of character. We didn't all of a sudden play some way we haven't been playing, and I thought that we were consistent. It's not, and I was really proud of that. I thought we had a very mature, really good team approach.
Ethan Smith, the Appalachian. Coach, you have about a week or so before your next game against Queens. What's important for your team to focus on with this off period?
Yeah, Ethan, that's a good question as well. Right now, the immediate focus is our exams and academics. And I think there's a correlation there. I think that if we can finish strong academically, then they're not going to be stressed on the court when we get to practice. And that'll allow us to practice really well. And so right now, the next 3 days, it is academics, and we'll get back to practice on Friday. But this is an opportunity for our guys to really finish strong in the classroom. But we've got some things to clean up, and we've got some things we can get better at, and I think that's what is exciting about this team. Before we go on the road and play a very good program, Grant Leonard and Queens is a very good program, and they have won a lot of games over the years. They've been one of the best programs in this state, and so it's going to be a hostile environment, and that's going to be a big road challenge for us against a really good, well-coached team. And so, but we've got a few days of practice before we'll start Queens prep, but we've got a chance to really improve and get better, and maybe clean clean some stuff up.
We talk a lot about the depth of this team, but 3 players with double-doubles tonight. Just talk about how the bench continues to perform well and how you hope that continues as we move into conference play.
Yeah, and that's one of the goals of a game like this, too, is maybe a guy that has not had a few good games, his confidence can really get some confidence, see the ball go in. I thought Xavion Brown had an outstanding night. I mean, he made some really great plays above the rim. I think this was a good confidence builder for him. 16 rebounds, but 12 points. And then Josh Hayes, a guy that I think we'll need at some point. But we've played some steep competition, and being a freshman, it's hard to kind of maybe find your way in there. But a game like tonight is going to give him confidence when we need him in a week or so or down the road. I mean, 18 points, 12 rebounds. Like these games can do a lot for individuals in those regards.
And regarding the schedule, we go to Queens on Wednesday, we go to Greensboro on the 16th, and then we have Asheville and Hickory on the 21st. Just what does it mean for you to play at all these different locations in the state?
Well, next week with graduation here, we've got to be on the road. But it's strategic for us to play around the state in front of our awesome fans and alumni. So we're going to play in Charlotte, Greensboro, and Hickory. I mean, how awesome is that for our fans and alumni to come out and support this team, which I think our teams deserve support. We've done our part to this point. We're playing an exciting brand of basketball. We're playing really well. And we're off to a great start. And I think our guys have earned a lot of support while people are home for the holidays. They want to come to Charlotte, Greensboro, or Hickory and support this team. They deserve it. And but it's going to be great playing around the hoop state and playing against some really good teams. Queens, Gardner-Webb just beat Western Carolina, who was undefeated, and then UNC Asheville's got a terrific team, and they were picked to win their league and won it last year. So we've got our hands full coming up here, but it's also an opportunity for App State to come out and really support this team.
Any other questions for Coach Kerns?
Thanks a lot. Go Mountaineers, take the stairs.